This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. All right. So congratulations, Kristy, and welcome to our QVA family. We are so happy to be part of your business and help you scale your business. So today we will be doing a group interview. This is a round robin style interview. So all you have to do is to ask one questions, and they will answer you one by one. So before we get started, Kristy, I would appreciate if you can introduce a bit of yourself and your business background, please, so we would know more about you. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so my name's Kristy Sawyer. I live in Miami, Florida, in the U.S. So I'm an attorney. I do a lot of different things though. So I have my own consulting business where I work with clients globally, supporting kind of privacy compliance efforts. So it's, privacy policies, cookie policies, like you name it, I do it. So I work as a 1099 for a lot of other companies. So I have at any given time, maybe 13 to 15 companies that I work with. I also am starting a nonprofit in the music industry. And I also write for an online music magazine called Beats Per Minute. So you guys should definitely check that out, by the way. So I do a little bit of everything. I also have 3 kids. So, but my background obviously is legal, but then my partner is a musician. And so we're very involved in the music industry as well. So that's a little bit of a history of me.
Oh, that's amazing, Kristy. So you love singing?
I just love music. I mean, in general. So Michael, whoever ends up working for me, you'll meet, is a musician. He's an electronic musician and a DJ. And so we actually, with the nonprofit, what we're doing, it's like music and film scoring, and our vision is sort of bringing that to underserved communities. And so we're actually partnering with a school in Botswana in Africa, kind of to charter it. So we're plans on doing that this summer, but we would do it in the Philippines too if there's like any interest there. So maybe we could branch out to the Philippines. You guys can help me find some schools out there.
It's so much exciting. Well, thank you so much for doing that. It seems that you have a great heart to offer to your clients. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. Feel free to ask questions. We have Marisol, Christine, and CJ that you can ask questions today. Thank you. I'll stay here. I'll turn off my video, okay? I'll get back to you once you're done.
Sure. Well, it's nice to meet all of you. For me, the most important thing really is personality and getting along. It looks, obviously, just from seeing all of your smiles, you all look like lovely, wonderful people. And so I don't think we'll have any problems there. My biggest challenge is organization, from the standpoint of I'm so busy that, just as an example, I'll work on a document, which could be a document that could become a template and then repeatable. So I make a work product and I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I send it to a client and then I forget where I've stored it or saved it, and I don't have a good naming convention. And so then when I go back to trying to duplicate and doing the same thing, I'm actually going to meet one of my dogs who's visiting. This is Nishi. Then I struggle with, isn't she cute? So she's a Chihuahua. And then we have a Pomeranian too. Chewy.
Oh, so lovely.
And so anyway, so when I think about organization, I'm just wondering what kind of methodology you guys have for working with clients who are just underwater with documents and different versions and trying to kind of standardize templates. Like, what are some ideas that you guys have on helping that kind of an activity, or helping to streamline that activity? And I guess we could start with whoever wants to start, maybe Christine, because you're the first in my line.
Okay, so Honestly, feel like I'm a perfect fit for it because I'm a really well organized person. Even my own documents, I have my documents for my banks and then my documents for my social media accounts. What I usually do is I have a folder. If it's a template, I'm gonna have a folder for templates, and then we're gonna have a folder for your clients. It's gonna be a different folder for the templates and a different folder for our clients.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
So then it's
How about-
easier to see that it's this is a template and this is for this client and this is for this client.
Mm-hmm. And what about if you had 10 different versions of a similar document? Would you be able to sort of look at them and see like, okay, well, there's similarities here and this is a little bit different, and sort of do a like almost a read against, so you can say, this is where like this is always a similar thing that you put in a template. So even almost kind of making recommendations or at least identifying kind of what's common
Okay, so,
across similar
if it's a same file and same content for everything, I'm gonna look through the each documents and see how can I put it all in one document. So then it's just one document together.
Okay, great. And then Marisol, what do you think? What could you do? What are your ideas?
Hi, Chris. I remember when you mentioned about music when I was working as a buyer in an appliance store. So I handled music or speakers, just like that, the DJ docks. So I handled those. So I just remember those.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun. So you're kind of familiar with equipment.
Yeah, the equipment, the speakers, amplifiers. I handled those. So yeah, I categorized all those equipment. Then we will sell them in different stores. So I allocate them in different stores. So I organize all the KPIs and allocate them on the proper or on a specific store that moves equipment or sell, which is yeah, fast selling on the store. So about the organization skills, I am not that perfect on the organization skills, but I'll make sure that all of my files are well organized, set on a specific folder so that it is easy for me to see the specific file when the client asks me where is this file or what are the updates of this, what are the update of this task. So it is easy for me to locate those files. Then I am I am also familiar with the other tools in organizing files like Trello. So in my previous client, I am also and HubSpot. So I am using those tools in organizing files because when you are using those tools, it is easy for the client to see the update of your task. So that's it, Miss Grace.
That makes sense.
Nice meeting you.
Meet you too. And then, oh, I can't see your name. CJ, what do you think?
All right. Hi, Kristy. Good evening there. It's morning here. So nice to meet you, by the way. Yes. Uh, so right now I'm working with a client, and at the beginning, I do hybrid playbook. I do a playbook where I store all of my tasks and all the process flow of our activities and all of the files. So I have been working in a corporate industry for around 6 years. So I do also organizational development. So I apply those when I became a virtual assistant 2 years ago. So when I quit the corporate world, so I also bring those knowledge and skills in this freelancing industry. So it's really helpful, especially those with the clients who are so busy and with organizing their files. So I think I am perfectly fit with the position that you are looking for. So I do playbook, I do SOP, so I do process flow. So I yes, I am well versed with those kind of activities. And when it comes to organizing files, so I do all of that because me myself, I'm very much organized, and I set up everything in place. So there.
That's great. So, and do we have one more? No, we don't. Okay. And then one other area that I really struggle with are my calendars. So I have, like I said, I have like 13 or 14 clients right now. And then I have my family calendar. I mean, I have maybe, I don't know, 10 different calendars going at any given time. And it is almost impossible for me to keep track of what I have to do each day. I'm constantly like double booking, and it's very embarrassing, quite frankly, and frustrating for my clients too, because it's really hard for me. I mean, I have to go almost day to day. So the challenge with my calendars are that a lot of them wouldn't be shareable. So I mean, if you guys work with me as a virtual assistant, I wouldn't be able to give you access to all of those calendars. And so what would be the solution there where you could kind of put, if I have, 10 different calendars, how could we get them into one if you didn't have necessarily access to every single calendar? And then like updating calendars and keeping up with this. And we could start, CJ, since I see your face on my screen, the biggest one, if you want to start there.
Okay, when it comes to calendar management, I also have the experience. So I can do it through tools or with the Calendly of my client, or we can also do it manually. So I'm very much into spreadsheet because that's where I organize things, especially with the clients who don't have tools. So if they have tools, that would be perfect. But if they don't have, I can also adjust. So there, if we don't have that, if I cannot have the access, so at least I know your schedule. So I always keep on track the schedule of my client. So we have this specific routine, we have this specific schedule of our tasks. So we're very much into routine. So that's why we also into deadlines. So I have to know his schedule so that if we cannot meet each other, or if there's something that I ask, so I can easily message him or at least look at his calendar if I can disturb him for a little while to ask some questions. So there.
Okay. And then Marisol, we're just going to go backwards.
Yes, I also handle the calendar of my previous client, but we are using Google Calendar. Wherein if you have a Gmail, so you can set all your calendar in the Google. So from there, if you will set if you set on a schedule in each different account, it will appear on the Google Calendar. So it is easy for you to monitor all the schedules in there. But if same as CJ, if the client isn't using Google Calendar and have no, or it is not using Google Calendar and using different tools, or there is no tools, then I am very flexible to adjust and create other methods, or use other methods in or what you call this, for a scheduler. So there is a spreadsheet or other tools like the notebook itself, the physical notebook. I am also using physical notebooks and sticky notes. Yeah, to remind all the all the. So I am very flexible in doing those. Even there is or there are so many posted sticky notes on my front. It is nothing. Yeah, just to make sure all of your schedules are well monitored. That's all.
Awesome.
It's Kristy.
Thank you. And then Christine, what do you think about how would you get all of my calendars organized for me and help me remember that I have meetings and events?
Okay, as an experienced administrative assistant operations manager, I have been managing business operations, managing emails and calendars, making sure all to-dos, appointments, schedules, and communications go smoothly. There's actually a way to not get your login details for the calendars. In Google Calendar, you can just send access to the email that I will be using or my email. So we can set up an email for me, and then we can
Okay.
send access to my email that we set up for me for all the calendars. So I will not need any login details for you, but still I will see the calendars that you are sharing, like all your schedules, and we're still going to be on top of your schedules and all your to-dos and appointments.
What if some of them are, oh, here, this is my son, Jacob. We're interviewing for some assistants right now. Here, you can see yourself in there. Come. This is Jacob. He's my 10-year-old. You got to get a little bit.
Hi.
Oh, you're so
Oh,
You're
shy.
you're shy.
Taking the dog.
How old is he?
10. He's my
Oh.
youngest. I know.
So
Like 12-year-old.
cute.
That's Nishi.
okay.
No, okay. But yeah, it's our those calendars too. So we use just our iPhone calendar for personal schedules too. So is there a way that we can also combine, I guess maybe I could give you guys access to my personal calendar, and then you could kind of put it into a Google Calendar, and then maybe I had one calendar that I used for everything. Other challenge, I have 2 clients who use Outlook. So that's the only other thing. I don't know how that marries up with Google. And one of them is a government client, which I could never give access to. But I don't know if I do like screenshots. I mean, it'd be nice if somebody else could update my calendars too with availability. But maybe actually I'm thinking if you could then send me invites, like from my Google Calendar, if you send me invites to an email at my Outlook, then I could block the time and I would accept it. And that, I don't know, maybe that's something too.
Yeah.
Anyway, sounds like good ideas. Okay, so let's see. How about if we talk a little bit about, I guess, fun stuff and more personal things, like what you guys like. Like, what do you like to do in your spare time, Christine? If you have any spare
I watch movies. I spend time with my friends. So we listen to music. We usually do listening party, watch party. We watch Netflix. We listen to music on Spotify. We usually listen to BTS, the K-pop group. So we watch that. Our friend group listens to BTS, and that's what we do. We have a Discord channel, so really just spending time with my friends and my family, also going out, eating out, just spending quality time with the people close to me. Because I feel isolated as a virtual assistant, so sometimes it feels isolating. So you work alone. Even if you're working with a team, because I do manage a team. So I work with a team, closely with a team, I manage them. But still it feels isolating because you're alone in your room. You have people to talk to, but you're still alone. So it's in my spare time, I usually just talk to my friends and go out with my family.
So you bring up BTS, and this is a funny side story. So Michael is actually right now on tour with Charlie Puth. So I don't know if you're familiar with Charlie Puth, but Charlie Puth is actually going to he's collaborating with BTS. So that'll be something that will be coming out. But Michael, who you'll also meet, it works for Charlie. So just funny side note. And then Marisol, what do you like to do in your free time? Oh, you're on mute.
You're on mute, Marisol.
Sorry. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, Miss Chris, I spend my spare time with my family. So I am first time mom. So I spend I am a first time mom. Yeah, my baby is just turned 8 months last Tuesday. So she is 8 months. And my mom my mom helped me to take care of the baby when we are busy doing tasks. So yeah, I am very thankful with my mom. And yes, I am very thankful my mom. Yeah, that's the thing that I usually do when I have no work. I spend quality time with the baby and with my family. That's all.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
So cute. How about you, CJ? What do you like to do in your spare time?
All right. Uh, I'm very much social, so I go out with friends sometimes, like in 1 month, like twice or once a month. But I'm also a very domesticated person. I stay in the house. I give rest. I really appreciate or give my time to rest, taking care of myself more, and also time for my family. That's the time that I can clean the house. I'm very much into I love working in a somehow organized place as well. So
Yeah.
there I really spend time in the house cleaning, eat good food, cook good food, and that's the time that I'm also a busy person. That's also the time that I can organize things like my
Yeah.
work, like set schedule, set plans ahead. I'm very much into planning. So I can
Yeah.
also save time and energy with that. So there, it's really effective.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Good, good. And I can't remember, is this an hour? This is half an hour, right? Or is it an hour long that we chat?
45 minutes, lovely.
45 minutes. Okay. I was trying to be mindful of the time.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. What are some other things? Hold on just 1 second. Jacob, do you have the plate in your room? Because I think Chewy's in there. Our other dog, I think, is eating Jacob's dinner, possibly, because he didn't bring it up. Okay, let's think. So do you guys, any of you work on, no, I think websites, that's something different, like putting up website content. I guess we could talk about like.
I ate it also.
Oh, you did, will you bring your plate though?
Okay.
Please?
I ate it also.
Okay, so let's talk about what are your strengths? Like, what do you think is one of your greatest strengths? And Christine, we can start with you.
Okay. I can say that my strength is really in teamwork, time management, and social media management, administrative assistance, and operations. I like being organized, all the operations, so we're all on track. And project management, because I do volunteer work since I was in high school. So I manage teams there, and I do project planning and implementations, and also do the strategies for the projects that we have. And I am a very well organized, goal-oriented person, and really just I like communicating with. I do client care, and it's what I do. I do client care and content writing. I like to write, so I like content writing. I also do video editing, just the very basic, and then the photo editing. I also plan out. So one of my strengths is really writing. So I sometimes write for magnets and newsletters. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun. Like editorial kind of tasks?
Yes, I do write for a magazine before. I did write for a magazine before, and I did write. I have a blog before, but I haven't really written a blog since then because I was busy being a virtual assistant. So I stopped writing a blog. So what I do now is write the contents for my clients instead of writing my own blog. So that's really one of my strengths, writing.
Great. For me, that's something very important. A lot of what I do is writing. I spend a lot of time in documents, and it's always helpful to have like a fresh set of eyes, even for grammar, things like that, if I've looked at something too many times, kind of once you know the style. So then, and I'm gonna, hold on 1 second, because I have to put my dogs out. Just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
All right, ladies, sorry about that. Okie doke. Marisol, what are your strengths?
My strengths are simple. So I am an explorer. So I am an explorer when it comes to new and different tasks, because in virtual assistant or job, um, most of the tasks are not usually due in a corporate world. So I only discover all of my skill set as of now as a virtual assistant when I engage to this career as a virtual assistant. So I learn, I I do some self research, do some self tutorial from face or from YouTube and Google. That's it. And other skills I I discovered them on my client also. So they they teach me on how to do it, to do those tasks. And I am a fast learner and I am very flexible. So when my client asked me to design a website, even I have no idea to design a website, I explore. Yeah, that's the very right now that is my biggest achievement. So I did a website for her. So I designed it in using Wix. So I searched what what platform or tools I can do a website or I can design a website easily. So Wix or Google mentioned about Wix. So I read about it and try to design a website. Then the client is very happy with the result, and I told her that I didn't hire a web designer. So instead I explore on how to do it. And yeah, that's it. She's very happy because she didn't have to pay another person to to design the
Right.
website. So it is a package for it is a package pay for her. Yeah, it is a package pay already
Right.
that she hired me. That's it. So right now I set her up, or my previous client for my previous client I set her two different website. So that's it. And I also create a flyers or basic photo editing. Yeah, basic photo editing using Photoshop, Adobe. Right now I am exploring in Adobe Photoshop. But
Okay.
I am more on Canva in photo editing. I am
On what?
also I have also an idea in video editing, just a basic video editing. And I am very familiar with the lead generation. So that is my what you call this? The
Strengths.
yeah, the skills, the other
Yeah.
skills I have. So lead generation. I can search decision makers contact details in different in different website. That's it. And tools. That's
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, I have a what you call this, a heart with the client. I have a heart to help the client when it comes to um doing the task in or within the day. So when you hire me, your money and time will not be wasted. That's it. That's a promise.
And then CJ, let's talk about your strengths.
All right. I have been working for around more than 10 years already. So 7 years in the corporate world and then around 3 years in being a virtual assistant. So I think I possess a lot of skills, and I'm also a self-starter. So as a VA, it is given that you have to learn things as fast as you can in order for you to help the client. But
Mhm.
I think I am really, when it comes to my strength, I can say that number one is transparency. I'm very much transparent with my client and with the other people as well. So uh, that's the number one. I'm very much into transparency. And another thing is communication skills. So I'm actually working with the I'm I mean I still have a contact. So sometimes my former employer still give me a project-based job. So because
Mhm.
I have a good relationship with them. So there, because I work for around uh, 7 years in a corporate setup. So I'm really into designing. So I'm a graphic designer at the same time, a marketing. I also do brand design. I'm a brand designer. I'm also into organizational skills. So I create process flow, organizational development. So there, when it comes to my transparency, communication skills, and my work ethics, because I'm very much uh, dedicated with my work, because for us to give for me to sustain my family, for you to have a, because it's really tough, pandemic is really tough, so we really appreciate our work. And there,
That's wonderful. That's so
yeah.
wonderful. So let's see. I'm trying to think if I have any other like major questions. So I think we touched on a little bit of everything. Who's your favorite band? Well, I know you're BTS, Christine, but who are your other favorite bands? Marisol, do you have a favorite band? And CJ?
I really into old music, so I also love singing. Although I don't have a beautiful voice, but when I go out with my friends, I hang out with my friends. I really sing a lot. Yes, I,
Karaoke.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And
I love
then
it.
there, aside from new music now, so I'm really into Westlife, the Beatles,
Uh-huh.
something like that. So old music. I'm also, because I'm already old. I'm 30 plus, so
Oh,
there.
you're not old. I'm old. You're
Okay.
not. Marisol, who's your favorite band?
It's just a
Or what's
local
your
band. I am
Oh,
from,
really?
yeah, it's just a local band here in the Philippines. It is the Parokya ni Edgar.
What is it called?
Parokya ni Edgar. It is a local band.
Oh, you'll have to share that with me
Yeah.
because they could do like a little write up on their music. I do a little music review. Do they have music out on like Spotify?
Yeah, I have a Spotify, but
Are they on Spotify or they're just local?
just local, and yeah, local, and right now nursery rhymes. I'm into nursery rhymes. All of the
Oh,
all of the music saved in my in my Spotify are all nursery rhymes, especially Coco Melons. That's nursery rhymes.
Baby
So I
Shark.
I think I already memorized all the nursery rhymes in Coco Melon
that's
because my daughter loves it.
oh for sure.
Yeah.
Christine, I don't know. I mean, maybe BTS is your favorite, but maybe you have another favorite.
Yeah, I like SB19, also a P-pop band, and also
Uh-huh.
BTS. I like Tomorrow Might Together and
Yeah.
Hypen. I also like Razorheads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
A little bit of everything. That's awesome.
yeah. Actually, Parokya and Edgar is in Spotify. I think they are.
Are
You can
they?
look
How do
them
you
up.
spell it?
Yeah,
How do you
Parokya and
spell it?
Edgar. Yeah, I
Yes.
can
Parag?
type it on the chat.
Yeah, try to type it for me because I'll never.
Yes.
Yeah. How fun.
Yeah, I think they're on Spotify.
Oh, we'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they're good.
Fun, fun. Let's see, I'll get my Spotify open. But yeah, I don't think I have other questions for you guys. Do you have any questions for me? Any of you? I'll pull this up. Oh, Parokya in Edgar. Yeah, so if you guys have questions for me, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Let's see. Oh, it does come up. Yay! Excellent. Yeah, but otherwise, this has been so nice to meet you all. Such a pleasure. You guys are extremely talented, I can see from already, and they're very lucky to have you.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Miss
lovely
Grace.
ladies, and thank you, Kristy, for those wonderful questions. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, the next step is, of course, for you to announce, if you can, who you wanted to work with, or I can let you sleep on it before you say it.
I think
But
this is like an almost impossible. It's impossible to pick one of you, quite honestly. I don't know how I could. I think I'd have to sleep on it. I don't even know if I could pick one of you. But yeah, so maybe we can talk tomorrow. Well, your evening, my morning. If that's okay. I have a conference call at 6 o'clock in the morning. And maybe we could talk right after that, like around 7 or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect. So just simply announce it on the mastermind group chat, the chat that we are currently using, or
Okay.
ping me on WhatsApp so I can
Okay.
announce.
That
All
sounds
right,
great.
then as soon as you chose your VA, Kristy, we will be scheduling an onboarding call.
Great. That sounds wonderful. All right. Thank you all.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great evening, Kristy. Thank you, lovely ladies.
Thanks,
Thank
Kristy.
you.
Bye.
Bye.